Today I'm going to show you how to set up a YouTube ad, and this is going to be a really quick demonstration. It's really not that complex to set up a YouTube ad. So this is the AdWords interface here. All you need to do is create a campaign, and you want to create a video campaign, so video ads on YouTube and across the web. All you do then is input your campaign name. So I'm just going to be putting in test YouTube setup, for example, here. And we want a standard video ad. You can do shopping, but that would involve you owning a Google Merchant Center account, which is very beneficial for e-com type ads, and that will pull in from your Google Merchant Center feed some products that you are promoting within that feed or from your website, and then it will show on the right hand side of your YouTube ads with product cards with prices and descriptions. But in this instance, we just want to set up a standard YouTube ad, which is the ones that you would see most often that you can skip after 5 seconds. That's what we call in-stream or video discovery ads. Specifically in-stream is what we want here. In-stream is the standard pre-rolls that you would see, which are skippable. Video discovery ads are the sponsored YouTube ads that you would see on the top right-hand corner, where you can see suggested videos up on the top right hand side there. It's often the top one is a sponsored ad, and that's what you call a discovery ad. So people would click through to that, and then it would play the video after they've clicked through. Bumper ads is non-skippable. They're 6-second ads, and they're actually bought on a CPM basis, whereas in-stream and video discovery ads are bought on a CPV. So what CPV is cost per view. So you only pay when someone views your ad. Bumper ads bought on a CPM means that you're paying a cost per 1,000 impressions. So you're paying, it's usually around maybe $10 to serve 1,000 impressions of your ad, and they're non-skip, these bumper ones. So for 1,000 impressions, you're probably going to get a completion rate of maybe 95%. So you're going to get about 950 views of that 6-second ad if you were to serve 1,000 of them. So the bidding here, because we're doing in-stream, we're going to leave at CPV, cost per view. You want to set a budget, so you can set a daily budget of maybe just $20 in this example. You set your start and end dates, so I can set that for, let's just go tomorrow. Just run it for a week. And this is your delivery method. We are just going to leave for standard for the time being. So that will evenly show your ads throughout the day based on your budget. If you're struggling to spend out, or if you're underpacing, or you want to be spending more, then you would change the delivery method from standard to accelerated. And it's just going to serve your ad anytime they're eligible to be served. So in that instance, though, you have to be careful, though. They could you could run out of budget by maybe 1 p.m. if it serves all your ads within that morning, and then your ads wouldn't show for the remainder of the afternoon. So we'll choose standard here, so it evenly paces throughout the day. In terms of networks, we only want to run on YouTube videos. So YouTube search is, again, useful for those discovery ads I mentioned earlier, where they would appear in the top right-hand side of YouTube, and they're sort of more search-based. So when you type in, a string on YouTube to learn something maybe about Facebook ads, if you wanted to learn how to set up a lookalike audience, YouTube search might appear on the top right-hand side with a promoted post showing how to set up lookalike audiences. But we want YouTube videos here, so it's going to, when you're sort of viewing content, it's going to post the video, and you're going to be able to skip it after 5 to 6 seconds, or the user's going to be able to skip it after 5 to 6 seconds. Video partners on the display network extends the reach outside of YouTube to partner sites that Google would use for their display network, but we just want to keep it YouTube only, okay? So we choose Australia in this instance. Language we can leave as English. Devices, I'm just going to leave as all devices. You can put adjustments, and this is handy once you've actually started running activity. If you're seeing better results coming from mobile, tablet, or computer, you can increase or decrease by a certain percentage to try and control how big a portion of your budget is served per device. So you can sort of toggle with these and improve performance based on that. There's some great levers that you can pull. Ad scheduling, if you wanted to show on certain days or certain hours of certain days, you would create a schedule here, but we're just going to leave that for the time being. I'm just going to serve 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Ad delivery, frequency capping, okay? So you don't want to just blast these ads out to your users. You also, for most purposes, you want to get the most out of your budget as well. So you don't want to serve the same user the same ad 20 times because they're going to get frustrated and probably not engage with your content. 3 seems to be the cut-through figure. What I like to do here is say we can go 5 impressions per week and no more than 2 views per week. So I'm only running for a week, so that will be okay. It means that they could potentially see the ad 5 times in a week, but if they viewed it, they're not going to be allowed to view it more than two times per week. This is where you can toggle with your content filters. So you want to exclude these ones here because you don't want your content showing against videos with tragedy and conflict, sensitive social issues, sexually suggestive content, etc. You want to sort of keep it general. And I like to exclude these as well. So if you're struggling for scale, you can maybe include content not yet labeled. It depends on your actual business, but you could also include these. These aren't too bad, but these are the main ones you want to be excluding. So I'll just leave these ones for now. So we're going to save and continue. So that's the campaign created with the campaign settings. And this is where you would do your ad group. So that's just the name of your ad group. So the hierarchy is campaign, ad group, and then ad for a YouTube campaign. So this is where you insert your video. So I've got an ad here. Just going to grab the URL. So all you do is paste the URL of the video that you want to promote. So it also has to be either a public video or an unlisted. So unlisted means that only people with the URL to the video can view the ad. So that's also okay to be using to promote. If you have it as private, you won't be able to promote the ad. So you need to change it to unlisted. So the video ad format we want here is in-stream, which is just standard pre-roll, which is skippable, as you can see here. You need a display URL, so I'm just going to put my website. And you need a final URL. In this example, I'll just put my website there as a final URL as well. Companion banner is what you see at the top right-hand side here. Usually they will pull in automatically from your channel. So other videos from your channel, the thumbnails, etc. will pull in here. You can upload an image if you want to be more specific. And this can be quite useful if you sort of want to own the space. If you post a video here and you have your companion banner, which relates to the video that you're advertising, and also if you can also overlay what they call a CTA overlay, so a call to action card here, which would appear maybe in the bottom left, and it also helps increase the click-through rate and bring people to your website from your video. So name, let's insert the name here. Just an example. So this will be the video I'm advertising, and this will be the name here. So we want to set a bid. I would typically, for a cost per view for an in-stream video, I would set it at about maybe even 10 cents. Set it at 10 cents, and then if you're struggling for scale, you can increase your bid. Alternatively, if you are easily pacing out, lower your bid and you'll be able to lower your overall costs. Popular bid adjustments, I usually put this at about 10 or 15%. So basically, if a video has gone viral, this increases your chance of serving against one of those popular videos. This is where you can toggle with your demographics. So in this instance, let's say maybe I only want to target males between the age of 25 and 54. I would untick these ones here. So it's males 25 to 54. Leave these unless you want to specifically target parents or people who aren't a parent. or specific household incomes. So you can see there I've just got the males 25 to 54. Interest, this is where you can do interest targeting. I'm going to leave that for now and we'll come back to it. So that's it. That's the campaign and the ad group done. And also the ad. So this is the campaign level. We've got the settings, $20 a day. If I click into ad group, that's also what we just created. So test ad group YouTube, and we're bidding 10 cents. It's our in-stream ad group type. Now the ad here, we've also pasted in, and you can see that there. So what we want to do is we want to adjust our targeting. So this is where you can add in demographics, interests, remarketing, placements, topics, or keywords. Typically, I would do one or the other. I would create an ad group for maybe interest targeting, one ad group for remarketing if you're doing any kind of remarketing. Placements I would generally leave out. This is where you want to run across specific channels. So say if you wanted to run across Logan Paul, it's a little bit controversial at the moment, obviously, so you might not want to do that with his recent news. But if you wanted to run across Logan Paul, you'll get the URL of his YouTube channel and you would add that as a placement, and that means that whenever there's ads eligible to be served across videos on his channel, your ad might serve. And that would obviously depend on a range of other factors and your bid. Topics here, you can see if you were to add topics, I'll just choose the ad group. So this is saying I want to target these topics for this ad group here. And there's a whole range of topics. And these are contextual bias. So Google basically segments people based on the websites that they browse. So this will include people who have browsed websites mostly related to beauty and fitness, and you can get a little bit more niche, like beauty pageants, beauty art, fitness specifically, for example, bodybuilding, gyms and health clubs, yoga and Pilates. So you can get very specific, and these are contextual buys. If I was to go back and look at interests, these are more behavioral buys, so users that have shown interest in maybe beauty and fashion, for example. And there's a couple of different types of interest. So the same deal, you just select your ad group to add in the targeting. And there's different kinds of interest. So you've got affinity, in-market, custom affinity, and life events. So affinity here, that's going to be a little bit broader. That's users who have shown interest in a topic. For example, if you were to type in beauty mavens, for example, is people who have shown interest in beauty related content such as skincare, that kind of thing. In market is more recent, so that's going to be the last 2 to 4 weeks, for example, and it's going to be users who, it's more intent based, basically, users who have shown themselves to be in market for a particular product or service. So you can see it's more product orientated. You've got bath and body here, hair care, perfumes and fragrances, and that's just for beauty products and services. You can obviously niche right down into different categories here. Real estate, for example, residential properties, who's in market for rent, for sale. So you can get quite granular. The other one, which is great here, is custom affinity. So for the custom affinity, you would create that in audiences and then it would appear here. So this is one that you have to sort of create yourself, and I'll take you through that in another video. But what you can do is you can add in URLs, keywords, phrases, interests, and it's going to basically, you're adding in a basket of terms and websites, and it's just going to create a persona of that user that you're looking to target. And it's going to give you an idea of the person that you have created by adding in all those terms and URLs and interests, and Google's going to sort of say this user is probably most likely going to be into sort of hair care or beauty or something like that. So that's how you can see that you're on the right track when you're creating your custom affinity audience, but I'll take you through that in another video. So once you've added in your targeting, that's pretty much it. That's a YouTube setup. So you can have a look at this is the campaign. You've got your ad group, your ad. Once you enable that, that's just going to start running.